Yeah. Alright, so what's popping? What did I start? What did I get started out there? That boy was on go. Sheesh. Okay. Tut hopping around as usual. Looking like a normal night on LaTale. We at 58. Yo, my boy David. Gotta get these guild points up. Sheesh. $30 days. Alright, I need to do something. What should I do? What do I feel like doing? That's always the question. Sheesh. It's like therapeutic. Cool. Do others ever do anything? I mean, you know, you can right click them. Definitely some quality of life things that'll make this a lot better. Definitely, but I guess I've gotten used to it. Okay. Gotta warm up here. You know, once you look past a lot of the negatives, and you just think about what the game is at base. You think about what it can be, and you think about just all the possibility with what's in front of you. Definitely a lot of quality of life problems, but like, you just get used to the inconveniences. Oh man, I'm getting some questions pretty quick. Okay, let me get into the right headspace. So, okay, I'll put this two ways for that question about LaBoom and starting now. I would say on one hand, if you want to get ahead, you can start now. And by get ahead, I mean like just whatever way you feel will help you prepare for the game. Like, if you came in on December 8th or December 9th, what would you experience on December 8th or December 9th that'll make you say, damn, I should have started 3 weeks ago? Just consider that concept. Because when I saw LaBoom back in June, I saw LaBoom back in June, I was like, damn, I got like 6 months to get ahead on this. Because I just knew it looked good. I knew people were going to play. So I definitely would say start earlier. If your goal is to get ahead, or if your goal is to progress as fast as possible at the end of the day. Then in terms of what class someone should start with, honestly, best rule of thumb with this game, and it's funny because LaTale's one of the, I feel like you should do this in all games, but LaTale is one of the games where it really works out. Whatever class you think looks the coolest is probably the best class for you. Like, honestly. Probably is. Because the playstyle of the classes in LaTale, even though the game is like, everyone builds damage, and everyone builds stats, similar stats, the class playstyles are definitely very different. But I guess the way you aim to control the monsters and you aim to just use utility. When you think about it that way, the classes are the same, but just in general playstyle. Someone said it's LaBoom just a reskin. Damn, I gotta figure out how to like approach comment section questions. Interesting. Like I always imagined it, but actually sitting here trying to play the game, read comments, answer the questions, and think about what my goal is in the game at the same time is actually kind of complex. Holy shit. No, I don't play on full screen. I wonder if I can show the way my screen looks right now. I actually wonder, and I hope if you could tell me, I'm really wondering if the screen looks better showing my full screen, how the game looks on it, or having the game stretched like this. Let's see. Okay. I'm wondering, does this look better on the stream, or does the game? How high should stats be before you start trying to solo? So in the current LaTale, the game is split into between easy and normal, and so you pretty much can solo your whole way through, opposed to how it used to be a couple years ago. You can pretty much solo your way straight through these days. You gotta use the easy dungeons. That's all it is. I can't tell if this changed the way the stream looks or not. Check. Check. This shit seems straight. My bad, dude. I am fucking around with settings right now. I don't think I'm going to change anything though. It's all too much going on at once. Oh, okay. So the level up armor only goes up to level 180. And so when you open the guidebook and you go to quest, what's that? 200. Actually, when you go to, there it is, EXP dungeons. When you hit 200 and you're still using the level up gear, the level 180 gear, You drop that because you get new gear at Sky Collie. So yeah, you go to Sky Collie. You can do it on easy mode. You can probably try it on normal mode. It drops these. Let me just go there actually. Damn, I didn't realize there'd be so many like newer players or returning players watching this. Like I kind of expected to just run dungeons, but like it is important to help y'all though. So let me figure this out. I think that was it. Yeah, I'm tripping. So yeah, after when you hit level 200, you come to the Sky Collie. You go to the NPC on the left over here, and you get the quests. And those quests will give you these materials, and you use these materials to upgrade this gear as well. So you trade the materials in from the quest. You come over to this NPC, trade them in for these. Oh, okay, bet. I'm getting buddy ads. Oh, that shit's gonna fill up so quick. Okay, I gotta get back on page. I had a whole agenda. I've been taken off it like 30 times. Which I definitely don't mind. This is definitely an interesting concept. One thing I would really say about LaTale's like end game, even though like I'm in the mid game of it because I'm still playing these dungeons on easy mode, is that like when you get above Ascension, I'd say Ascension 500 to get the benefit of the doubt, but when you get over Ascension 1000 for sure, this shit gets super immersive. Like, I remember the feeling when I first came into this dungeon. I'm like, yo, this game is way different. And after running this shit so much, it's easy to forget that. But like, Nah, first time coming in this shit and hearing that music, I'm like, yo, this game done came up. And then you gotta imagine shit like this, where these are high quality features, but they're being ran on like low end game. So when LaBoom drop, this shit gonna be like gaming cinema. Like LaTale full immersion, that shit's crazy, dude. Even you think about like the old days when we had like when the average resolution was like 800 by 600, yeah, 800 by 600. If you're playing LaTale on the lowest resolution, which was 800 by 600 back then, you're generally playing LaTale in full screen. You know what I'm saying? So, for the most part, if anyone's playing in full screen right now, they're not getting the same experience as how it felt 10 years ago. Because it may be in your full screen, but there's still like a black bars around it. But back then though, playing this game and getting into full screen, that shit was smooth. I fucked this room up. Jesus. I got so caught up in the, what I was saying. Messed up my order with my pattern. And I'm really trying to get better at remembering my pattern. And part of the way I'm doing that shit is like not using red spots. I got no red spots. Cause I had realized when I play with red spots, I'm not playing the game like optimally. It's like I'm just running into the mobs. I'm burning a lot of resources, and I'm just approaching the situation different because I know that if I die, I'm just gonna come back. So, but that shit's not cost efficient. That shit will burn your money. Like, that is a quick way to go downhill in this game, and not want to play, because like then now you're losing your sense of difficulty. When you think about it, like you're playing the game because you feel challenged, and you have a system like red spots, which is a handicap. Now you're playing the game. You're not playing the game at full stakes. But I don't know. I could be talking shit for now because once I start playing those normal dungeons, this no red spot shit might not work out. Yeah, if you play easy mode, you get less loot. I was not paying attention to the chat. It's less loot, but it's playable. And the thing about it, and this is one way to take the free-to-play approach, really just the more efficient approach, opposed to just spending a bunch of money trying to get to normal specifically. You just make multiple characters. Like, you farm Ely, you make multiple characters. You know, cause you can buy character slots from other players, and you just run the same dungeons on different characters, and that way you get to play multiple classes if you want, or you get to play your same class across the board and still get rewarded for continuously playing your same class. But essentially that compensates for playing it in normal, because if I can do this dungeon in 10 minutes in easy, right, so I can do it over 3 characters, that's 30 minutes to do the dungeon 3 times. I'm about to get the same amount of loot as somebody who did it in normal without walkers. Maybe even before then. And it's gonna take them, with our current meta, like with our access to get to stats, probably on average 15 on the high end to like what, 40 minutes. I've been to some parties with people that they're like, I'm in RG normal solo, and they've been like, I'll be done in like 30, 40. So the easy mode thing is definitely not a handicap. That's my whole point with that. I hate when I just rush on. I can't tell when something's off. No. I have not paid close attention to the lore of the game. From what the things I've seen, I am a fan of it. I do like it. I just have not given it my attention and time yet. But shit, just a little background of the lore I do know. It's like the main character of the story, Iris. She traveled and formed a party, and that's like all the other NPCs you see around the world. Not all of the other them, but the ones that pop up in the scenario. And it was like I feel like now they're making the story thicker, but in the beginning I swear it was something super like typical and simple. Like they went to fight the demon, and then Iris like beat the demon, but in the fight with the demon, she lost her memories or some shit like that, some normal anime trope type shit. And then her memories got scattered around the world like Dragon Balls. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a real anime story. It's like reading the manga. I'd say LaTale's lore will be a little bit similar to reading the manga, and then you get to play some of the action out in real time type shit. It's a good story. Like as someone who hasn't really read it like that, just looking at the community that talk about the lore actively and seeing how like I never really see negatives about the lore, that puts me in the right position to believe that the story must be good. Like I haven't seen any small things that made me say like, oh, what, like that's weird, or that doesn't feel like it's good. I just personally haven't gotten over to reading it, because like for me right now, I'm rushing and I'm pushing so hard to get further into the game, like the combat aspect of the game. I feel like once I get there, I'll be able to chill back a little bit more and dig deeper into the more info. But like this part takes the longest. I feel like I can do the lore in like a week at most. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like I can run a couple characters, run through the lore, have a complete understanding of that shit within a week, because I just gotta read a bunch of text. You know what I'm saying? Like I can read text quick. But this shit, every day you don't play, you know what I'm saying, when you look at your real life or you look at life outside the game and shit in general, it's either It's either a day you're missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a day of not playing the game you're missing. Fucking lost my train of thought. She's like hitting me. Yeah, every day you're not playing a game. If you're in the mindset of playing the game in the future, you're just extending the time of which you'll be playing the game. Like, that's why I was having a hard time saying it earlier. So like, if you like this game for so long that you keep coming back, then like the implication is that you're going to keep coming back until you feel complete with the game. But the longer you wait to get to that complete feeling, the longer you'll actually be playing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been playing for 5 months, and I've progressed to the point beyond and close to people who've been playing the game more consistently for the last like 4 years, and I haven't played since 2017. But simultaneously, like 4 or 6 months from now, I won't feel the same way about the game. Like I just feel complete. Like I feel more so accomplished, rather than this whole like I wonder how LaTale's doing. Being in that mindset of I wonder how LaTale's doing. I wonder, you know, if I have the time to play it or try it this way. But it really all comes down to personal goals, though. Because some people in this game, even if I can speak about like how I have some goals and what they mean to me, there's some people in this game who have way wilder, way more intense goals. Like I think I can play the game long enough if it sustains me, and you know, I'm just saying in terms of like my life enjoyment, if it sustains me long enough where I feel like I can enjoy life and still play the game, whatever that means, whatever that looks like, I feel like I probably could get to level cap. Like straight up grind to level 9999. But until I have any proof of that, you know what I'm saying, like, so I feel like I'm at that defining moment where I just feel like, yeah, I gotta do this. I'm currently not in that mindset. Like, my goals are more realistic and easily achievable in comparison. I've seen some shit in this server that like I thought was sweet. You know what I mean? Like I've seen some people with some stats and some gear and shit that I thought it was sweet. I'm like, oh yeah, I can get that in a couple months. Like, oh yeah, the game is paid. You know, it's the normal pay to win. I can dump money into it and get these results. But nah, the truth, you can't get to where they at without time. Like, no amount of money, no amount of like you can take advantage of events and shit, but like those are just time savers. The obstacle in between is definitely still time. It's not something you can just swipe your card and get. Like, and it's just crazy though, because like those people who have also spent that amount of money, they're also like far ahead in time. Like if when you do a quest with quest reward plus 500, right? If you're essentially running that quest 6 times, right? And that's a daily quest that can only be done once a day, or the dungeon only has one run a day. So you're locked to doing it once a day. But you just did that shit 6 times. You basically just saved a week. Like you just shortened a week of gameplay. Just like that. And people at the very top, they're all they're all running like 600 plus is the floor. Like that's like I'm just entering the big kids club. There are people with like 700 plus, 800 plus quest reward, bruh. Like that shit not happening overnight. It's just not. You really can't think it's that sweet though. It's really not. Bro, the upgrade for these guns, is like 320. If I wanted to get this many mats running easy, just on this character, every day, I think I get to 320 on the 30th day, literally 1 month. Like this, like +3 RG guns, the nightmare guns, whatever you want to call them, to +4 cost a month of gameplay. That's fucking crazy. But like I was saying earlier, the free-to-play way, or the way that anyone can really take, the most efficient way, you know. Because I'm seeing people who are willing to hop on alts every day. That 30 days can literally be cut down to 10 just by running the shit on 3 characters. Like that's a big jump, and the concept is it just supersedes everything when it comes to progression in this game. It doesn't matter how much it costs or what. It's about how much time am I going to save. Every decision is, how is this going to save me time? David said it's really relaxing. You know what? I definitely agree with you, David. I'm not gonna lie. A big reason why I came back to LaTale, you know, just outside of all my fucking, you know, superficial LaTale conspiracy or whatever, or you know how I feel about the game, is I was playing a lot of games earlier in the year that make me sweat. Like, I'm not really trying to sweat when I play a game. Like, unless there's some money involved or some real stakes on the line, I'm not trying to be uncomfortable playing the game. So like, you're definitely hitting it on the head with the relaxation. Like, even in this chaotic boss fight, they still got this relaxing ass elven music in the background. Alright, I gotta focus a little bit. I'm gonna fuck this up. I'm actually surprised I've been doing this good while trying to talk. At this time of night, too. Rule of thumb, LaTale, man. Always just do what you feel like doing. Like, I wouldn't stress over anything. It's literally what do you feel like doing? You approach it like that every day, you'll enjoy the game every day. What am I looking for here? Blue. That was the blue, right? Yes, sir. Like, I just hopped right out of some mat farming, EXP grinding, to doing champs. Like, just because I felt like doing it. And I felt good about that. Now, you know, I don't feel like I gotta go do these other 14 dailies. You know what I'm saying? I definitely need to run RG though. That's on my must-do list for every day. Every day I play the game, this is the one thing I have to do. And I'm trying to get to like 2 things like that to be more consistent, but every day I get on, this is the one thing that has to happen. And then the second thing I'm trying to incorporate is making sure I'm Elia or Ely dungeon farming. And I think I also sneak Aurora Garden in there. So I have to do RG and I have to do Aurora Garden. And honestly, I really hate this. This is like the dungeon I just did. You know, if you're super strong and you run that dungeon, it won't feel like a chore maybe, but oh, it will feel like a chore maybe. I'm sorry, but to me, like DO, that doesn't feel like a chore. That feels like I'm playing the game. You know, like I can't slack. I will die. And you know, I'm stronger than the monsters now, but I wasn't stronger than them when I first went into this dungeon. Like when I first went into this dungeon, my runs were 30 minutes. All right. David said, does crafting even do anything? Crafting is very important in this game, dude. Let's see. These 2 are crafted. And then, what am I looking for? What am I looking for? Okay, this right here. That's why I can't see it. I don't have it on. But this right here is a buff that you get from this orb. And this orb can be crafted. And then this orb uses a crafted food as the buff. So crafting's pretty good. And then later in the game, you can evolve the orb to be a relic. And then it goes into your relic slot right here. And this is crafting again. And then all throughout the mid game, which I'm a part of right now, but well, I'm like in the late mid game. But in the early mid game, you're still crafting badges and you're still crafting not totems and shit, but like brooches and well, actually, nah, you're not really crafting. This is still before 235. So yeah, crafting is more useful when you're first starting out. Actually, yeah, it's actually pretty essential in the early 200s. Then if I made like a guide or a list of things that are essential in the 200s, like 200 to 235, crafting is definitely in like the top 3 important things for the 200 through 235. Definitely. But to explain these right here, where's that at? You go to remedy, pose remedy. On activation, HP recovery plus 25%. So when you get hit, you get 25% of your HP back at a chance. Like it's like an RNG chance, but it happens frequently because you're getting hit so many times at once. Somebody's gonna trigger it. And in the end game, or really in any dungeon that you struggle to stay alive in, this will make the difference for real. And then chicken suit, you know, plus 20 dual crit damage. Yeah, crafting does things. Okay. I'm wondering if I should like do like should I name streams? Like should I do like question and answer stream and then like gameplay stream, or just stick with like a mix of both? I used to hate this dungeon when it was an actual chore for me. What did I have to do this dungeon for? Oh yeah, you do this dungeon. Look, here goes another system that people don't know about. A lot of people don't recognize it boosts your stats. Like, that shit adds up. And when you neglect systems like this in the game, it's easy to feel like you can't progress. But Chunzik Land, right here, I had to do this dungeon 100 times to get this title book to use another system that I'm lacking on. I'm 10 out of 47 on this shit, but look at that. The 4-piece title book to Chunzik Land gives you normal damage amp plus 0.2% and normal added damage plus 2000. Like, that's a lot of information right there just off of using this one dungeon, like the way it gets your stats up. Oh yeah, I understand it's hard to find info about this game. That's actually one of the main reasons I'm doing this, because I recognize that if you haven't been playing this game consistently for a long time, it is impossible to get answers without asking people directly. That's why I spend a lot of time in the Discord asking questions. It's like all the info, I don't want to say it's hidden, but it's just not, it's not in your face, and if it's not in your face, you get, you know, it's hard to stick around. But the LaTale special coins, the special bonus coin drops from bosses at a chance. It's not guaranteed, so you only can get 10 a day, and they drop at boss kills. Yeah. All right, let me get back. I think I answered those questions. Let me get back to the flow. I'm also wondering if I should just like clip some of these parts and make them, you know, answers to questions. Like, make them their own videos. It really depends on personal goals. Like, I mean, generally speaking, people want to get their damage up, so it's easy to be like, you could do anything, because anything gets your damage up. But if you're under level 200, you already have free gear that makes you strong enough to just power level if your focus is to just level. And you just open up the guidebook, you go to EXP dungeons 1 through 200, you can fly straight up to like 160, 180, and then you want to transition over to these two dungeons, Big 2 Royal Rumble, to get you to 200. And then if that doesn't work out, you know, or you still want to play the game after you run these, then you come over to your quest section, you go to 180 through 200, and now you're doing the quests that are in these areas, and you can look at the respective areas to tell which ones will give you more EXP. And you're not really farming those, you're just pushing progression. And then when you get to those progression points, because like the game isn't really at a point, even though it's all a lot of information, you still benefit from progressing as fast as possible, because the faster you progress, it's like you may be skipping some steps along the way, but it's like you're force feeding yourself information, I guess, if you progress faster. Well, while as when you try to, like, you know, take smaller steps, you won't feel as rewarded. Yeah, I guess it's the best way to put it, you know. Like, no matter how the day goes, if you level a couple of times, you're gonna feel rewarded by the day. Like, that's just leveling up in this game is the base for feeling for reward. And, you know, in the end game, leveling up even though we still level up EXP wise, a lot of level ups look like your numbers getting bigger when you're attacking. So your focus should really just always be to level up as much as possible in some way, shape, or form. You should never leave a day with the same stats, honestly. And what's funny about that, I can really confidently say that at the Ascension level too, because there's no one at the Ascension level who, if they do 20 dailies at least, and I'm really stretching it here because you really only need to do maybe 3 to 6 dailies, no matter what level Ascension you are, to get at least 1 level. Like you'll get a full level off of that, and just that 1 level will increase your Ascension stats, which will allow you to increase something on this left side, because all these stats go all the way up. I don't know where they stop at, but I'm sure if I sit here and add these up, they look like they'll probably add up to 10,000. So either way, as long as you level up, your stats are going up, whether it be small or large. And when it comes to daily stuff specifically, it's really dependent on, I don't want to say your current goals again, but more so what specific achievement are you trying to get at the time. You know, everything, we have an achievement section, but everything in the game is an achievement. Like if you're trying to level up your reputation, you can log in, not level up an EXP, and farm reputation points to level this up to their max levels. And then you can be like, damn, I had a good day today because I leveled up my reputation once or something. So it's really about understanding that everything in the game is going to feed your account. Like literally everything in the game is going to add something to your account or make your account better in some way. Every feature of the game. Whether that's a trash item you pick up and you sell to an NPC, and now you have more elite, or whether you leveled up 100 times, like just grinding monsters. Everything in the game is going to add to your account. So in knowing that, you just look on your screen, look on all the different things you can do, mostly in the menu. You know, you got questing. Do I want to focus on my skills today? So that means I gotta level up. You know, do I want to join a guild? You know, be a part of a more serious group of people who are playing the game. A different atmosphere. It's definitely a RPG. It's an RPG at heart. Like, even though everything adds up to, well, most things add up to just stats rather than like complete life skilling and collecting. At least you can choose your path to doing it with only a couple linear limitations, like dungeon entry requirements. But that's really like dungeon entry requirements and then gear. What next? Yeah, definitely. You definitely join the guild. I need to open it back up to lower levels. Level 1. Yeah, this is my guild. So all you gotta do is press G. Press G and then, or go to menu and go to the guild menu. And then you see the guild zone and you can join it. We currently have 2 spots open. But when LaBoom comes, like, I'm opening up plenty slots. Just to see who's really playing, you know? Because honestly, and it's not really about like hard feelings or anything, but if you play the game and you don't see LaBoom as an opportunity to enjoy the game more, like just that, nothing else. Who cares if 1,000 people come back, or who cares if the servers get better, or who cares if, you know, whatever. If you play the game and LaBoom doesn't at least excite you in the idea of, wow, I'm going to have a better experience, then you don't really play the game. You know what I'm saying? So you getting kicked because you didn't get online to play LaBoom, it's like you didn't care to play the game. Probably going on some random tangents just off a couple comments. I gotta really figure out this comment section thing. Alright, I'm gonna finish my champs. I've been live here for an hour already. That's actually crazy. I'm gonna finish my champs. Call it a night. This was a unique ass live experience. Now that I got my mic set up, because I got kind of used to talking to the mic, and playing just without being live. Then playing this game live with no mic, or like not even sure if the mic works, that's different. I'm in a whole different mind, you know, state of mind. And then playing it now, where I'm pretty sure the setup is clear and I can, you know, I can interact with the comment section. This shit feels completely different. I haven't been in here in a minute, and you can tell. Cheese for real. Elrian. Lab. It's nothing really, like, lab is straight up until that point where you go through the maze. It's not really a maze, it's like magic doors. Like, see what's behind this door. Fucking gamble box doors. Like dead ass. You get to the section with the 4 portals. It's like fucking gamble box. Holy fuck! You get the gamble to waste your time. That's actually wild. Oh, that boy got in. Nice. What's up, bro? Nobody that's on right now is like the main social people in the guild, not gonna lie. There's been a lot of new people joining this last month and a half who are like, I don't even want to say it like that, but I could call them ghosts. Seriously. There's like a lot of ghost players that join, and I'm sure it's a lot of alts, which is perfectly fine. You know, can't knock a hustle. But like, I mean, they might answer, but when I know they don't say anything. They just do them. I ain't mad at it either. Once again, people can do what they want. Like, I have simple rules. And I'm not that pressed about like culture, like creating a specific culture. I'm kind of open to living in whatever culture's the current one. And then, you know, when it's time to shift cultures or shift how I want to experience the game, then I can force that shift on the culture as well. Where the fuck is this last? What the hell? Bruh, I have no idea which one it is. Oh my god, I forgot the ones I went in already. Yo, what a time sink. Yo, it's just crazy that some people, and I might do it one day, I don't know if it's soon or not, but some people refresh this and they do this set of champion missions, which are absolute random missions. And I'm not mad at them. I think it creates a little variety to the daily grind. It's like, I'm doing these tasks, but it's still some random tasks. You get used to the tasks to a bit, but they're still refreshing. Like, you don't see some for a while and they come back around. Like, I haven't been in fucking lab in almost a month, seriously, off my daily champs. But like the fact that some people could do 10 a day, that's actually wild. I got distracted by the guild chat. Jaeger always after Spider. What does that mean, bro? Oh, I gotta, bro, please. Oh, you're actually talking about the fucking mob names. Oh, it's just, oh, it's the 4. They make you go through all 4 in order. It's not random. Interesting. I guess it's better than to create the fastest path to go through all 4 portals then. Man, it's my first time seeing someone like type the names of LaTale mobs outside of a LaTale space. That's crazy. Now, LaTale's music is top tier, like beyond top tier. I produce music. I make like beats, and I produce for a local rapper, and I use LaTale BGMs as samples because that's just how high tier and how high quality LaTale music is. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, all 4. You gotta go through all 4. The other thing about running dungeons like this too is that since they're not in my main rotation that I do on a daily basis and that I need to I actually need the dungeons to upgrade my gear, I'll never take these dungeons seriously. That is one of the downsides of running through the game really fast. Like, I'll never really play these dungeons how I'd play a dungeon at my level, because I never got the muscle memory to learn how to dodge these dungeons attacks. Like, because when I was at this dungeon's level, I was already just flying through shit, and nothing could kill me either. So if you go into a dungeon your first time and nothing in the dungeon can kill you, you're already creating a bad habit around how you play the game. But you know, that's not really our fault. That's just the result of the power creep in the game. Devil's Illusion. I haven't gotten this one in a while. This one's actually super cool. If you're a newer player, I don't know if this is a spoiler for you or not, but you should definitely watch this dungeon. This dungeon is, I'll try to play it more seriously too. Let me get the daily for this dungeon. I'll play it in like, I'll play it on normal mode. Yeah, I'll play this on normal mode, so I'll play the game a little bit more intensely. Let me go get all the quests for this. This dungeon is really good though. It has a if you've never seen this before, it's pretty cool to see. I'll just put it that way. Tripping. Things like getting used to thinking out loud, but like when you think out loud, you're saying you're like non-agreements in your agreements out loud at the same time, back to back, like disagreements and agreements. I can die in here if I get too many, so I gotta do a little bit of buffing up, just to, and that's all free to play buffing up too. So it's definitely a little dangerous in here for me on normal. Oh, I died. Damn. Yep. That's the other problem with not playing with rest pots though, is that when you do die, because you underestimate the game, it is annoying as shit to go back after you just got your ass kicked and you just burnt some of your potions. So I gotta like really try with the lag. And then this is where like things like lag become a problem in the game, because it's like when you actually have to put your foot forward, can you really perform with the best of your ability? Or they're like gameplay obstacles, like my resolution is super small, or you know, latency issues. I probably shouldn't have ran back in here. I'm gonna go ahead and use some invincibility skill right there. Definitely gotta tighten up. Definitely gotta tighten up in here. Playing the real game, I guess. This is another reason why I can never claim being above like the mid game, because I still can die in places like this. Like there are people who can come in here right now on normal and they can just one tap every mob in here, and that shit is just crazy to me. Like, is it one of those things where the stat just starts flipping overnight? You know what I'm saying? Like off a couple, like 1, 2, you put on 1 or 2 items and next thing you know your stats just went up 30-40%. Is it one of those wild situations, or is it just really like every small bit and piece needed to get your stat to that point? Because I'm really hoping it's the first one. Because man, if it's every small bit and piece, this shit not about to happen in no year. And that's the crazy thing. But where the hell are these mobs at? Word. Bro, LaBoom's gonna be so crazy for this game. I try to tell people, I went on Maple Story, bruh. Like I was checking Maple Story every year, just like I check LaTale. You know, come back here, look at some stuff here, maybe try out some new mechanics here, and get off. Maple Story got this HD update, bruh. And I don't know what else they added, but from the looks of it, it looks like more in-game content, which is pretty much like the solution. You know, that when people get to those parts in the game where it's hard and they overcome it, they still have things to do afterwards. I think those two features are big, and I think LaTale already has that one. Honestly, like, bruh. Once again, I'm 3,914, and this is a level 235 dungeon, so Ascension level 1 dungeon, and I can still die in here, bruh. Like, that's a lot of game. That's a lot of game when you think about how many dungeons are in between. Like, dude, that's a lot of game. When I say game, I mean, like, you're not getting away with not playing it. Like, you're not getting away with turning your head, bro. You're not getting away with, like, losing your focus. Or just standing still, holding a button. Even the classes that stand still and hold a button, gotta incorporate some dodging now. Like, you gotta do some weaving, ducking and diving. Because if you don't, you will die. You will die. You know, playing the easy dungeons when you're at my point, though, you know, it's nothing. At least up until a certain ascension level. Like this on easy, oh my god, this would be a joke. I could close my computer for a week and I probably wouldn't be dead. But that's just how much I've scaled past it. But as you can see, you know, if your goal is to be able to do every dungeon on easy right now, then next is doing it on normal. And as you can see, I'm at the lowest tier of normal dungeons for Ascension. And I can still die. Yeah, that whole, like, I understand that the when you come back to LaTale and you have the idea of like, damn, this game still exists. It hasn't gotten shut down yet. Like, I definitely understand that, dude. Am I gonna die here? Please no. Yeah, I used to be on that tip too, for real. But the first thing I had to realize too, and honestly, like, just after coming back and talking to so many people, I'm starting to realize that it's not like the pay to win. Like, pay to win, like the difficulty of the game, I don't think those things really killed the game. You know what I'm saying? I think, like, because the game's not really dead. It's just not active at all times. It's very seasonal, very pocket based. Like, LaBoom could just be a big pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, LaBoom could last 2 months, 4 months, 5 months, and just be a pocket of time where the game was extremely active. More active. Dude, if I survive this, I'm crazy. But is LaBoom just a pocket of time where the game's going to be crazy active, and we'll look back on it years from now and be like, that was a moment. You know what I'm saying? That was a good moment. Or is LaBoom like, it's LaBoom like the last run? You know what I'm saying? Like, will LaBoom happen? The game will breathe life, and then it'll breathe life until the end of its time, and this time with no transfer. You know, that's the question. Because if it's the second one, and that's the one that I feel like some of us are hoping for, and some of us are banking on, and that's just gonna be crazy, dude. Like, and the earlier you're in it, the better. But on the other hand, if it is just one of those small pockets, because I'll give the benefit of the doubt, if LaBoom lasts for a big pocket of time, like half a year, maybe even a year, I think it's still respectable. But if it doesn't last more than a couple months, people will never have hope for this game again. Like, if that couldn't save it, what could? You know, if that couldn't bring it to full life, what really can? Is it just gonna stay like this forever? And my point earlier with that, I never really finished, but was that, like, the whales? Like, there are people in this game, and I'm guilty of it as well, and I can be considered at certain times of the year as well. Are there people in this game who are in the mentality of I'm going to support this game as long as I can because I love this game? And that's it. So like if you recognize that in the community, which I clearly have seen over the last couple of years, which is why it's still here, then you recognize the game also isn't going anywhere. And so just in general, you overcome the idea that the game isn't worth playing because it isn't long lasting, then it's easier to play. Cause I promise you, if you play every day or every other day, and you see the way that flash sale goes down in the first couple of minutes, dude, you'll be like, yo, what? They making money over here like that? And honestly, that happens like twice a week on the flash sale at least, with a couple depending on the time of the year and the items. Like gems right now, gems are cool right now, gems are chilling. But like a month ago, 2 months ago, the gems would be gone first 30 minutes. In 30 minutes, I'm being generous. The big ballers, that memorial package. If you ever have a chance to log onto the server on the drop date of a memorial package, or generally at the patch, the day of the patch is usually when memorial package is up first. If you ever have a chance to get in that first minute, the first 2 minutes, really 2, 3, you'll see that package just go down in real time, like from 125 packs to 0 in a matter of seconds. So I just know this game not going nowhere when I see that, because that's crazy. That's enough money to feed a couple families, and that's happening multiple times a week, every month, depending on what the item, depending on the occasion. Yeah, I definitely believe the game needs more content creators. Yo, I'm telling you, man, this is the time to do it. That's why I'm here. I see this as like it's like a pocket of time, a pocket of opportunity. Like content creation is really pushing games. It's really making games feel more understandable and more real. So if LaTale has a content creator era, you know, if it ever really gets to that point where content creation is a strong thing, it definitely starts now. And it's probably started sooner, but I know a lot of other people who post content who have, like, you know, who have strong guides. It's mostly strong guides because people in this game need information. They don't post like actively, they just posted their solution. You know, they dropped their work and they just kept it pushing for what it looks like. So there aren't really any active content creators. It's just people who are, you know, contributing to the community here and there. And that's really all it takes, though. If everyone has that mindset of how can I contribute to the community, whether it's big or small, it's all going to add up, right? Some people are making guides in the Discord, you know, text guides, Excel spreadsheets, and fucking, you know, in-depth videos about how to get your Ely stat up and run the dungeons, which half the information may be timeless because of, you know, when LaBoom comes, because even though the dungeons are changing, the way you get the gear up, though, that process isn't changing. So like those videos are going to go crazy after LaBoom. So if we just have more people in that mindset, you know, maybe all I can contribute, or maybe what I want to contribute is just this one big piece of information, or like 10 pieces of information. That's enough because people are going to be able to refer to it. What the hell am I looking for, dude? Water Lily Forest. Oh, that's here. Oh, I'm done. I'm about to wrap things up, man. I could probably get to like 8-hour streams, not gonna lie. I'm just trying to figure out if that's something I would want to do during my day-to-day. But like is that more of a side thing or a nighttime thing, or is that a everyday? Because I know some people would appreciate it every day at all times, but this is a small game. And even what I'm projecting on, like the player base being after LaBoom, I still consider that to be small. It's like a this game I'm projecting to be like the size of a average high school. Not even like the top ranked high schools in the cities with the 2,000 kids. Like the size of like a Division 2 sports high school. 700 players on this server would be crazy, dude. 700 people on this server like at one time regularly, that'd be crazy. That'd be super crazy. There will be people running past me right now. I'm in channel 1 too. Sheesh. Yeah, because what happened, it'd be like so many people are getting similar quests that we're running into each other now. But instead it's spread out what people are doing. Like I probably could stand on this map for 24 hours and maybe 3 people will run by. Which by the way is a lot more than I'm pretty sure a lot of people would expect. But I could probably bank on that. 2 to 3 people. I'm not gonna be confident with the 3, but I believe 2. Because from time to time, just running around, you'll see people on maps. Just there, implying that people are playing the game. Oh, you're talking about Hayun? Dang, dude. I know a lot of stuff you're seeing on the screen has to be crazy, crazy. You're talking about old school LaTale. Yeah. The beginning is definitely smooth. I'm done. I probably could just talk about some of this stuff. Let me go back to town. Finish my champs. And for anybody who doesn't know what champs are, whoever, you know, watching this. This is... I'll do a quick rundown. This is the champion scroll. When you open your skills, you open champion scroll, and now that I think about it, anyone that's returning or anyone who's new, you definitely would never have seen this before, because I didn't see it before 5 months ago. So you open the champion scroll and you unlock this at, I believe, level 230, and you unlock a quest line. It's either 230 or like it's in the upper 220s. It has to be like 220, 225, 230. Yeah, I don't think I unlocked this before Ascension for sure. So it's in that range. It'll pop up as a quest line. Once you do the quest line, you unlock these champions. And these champions give you a full map attack and passive stats. And these passive stats apply to your entire account. So yeah, that's pretty important for a lack of better words and thought. And so then there's the full map attack, right? If you look at the stars here, the yellow stars are level 6. It means it got to level 6. And at level 6, the full map attack skill that it has, it evolves to be larger. So I guess it starts off as like a wide AoE, and then it eventually actually turns into the full map attack. So I can't show you what any of these skills look like before level 6, but I can roll one of them. And by the way, it rolls the skill randomly. I can roll one of these and it'll just use the champ skill, and it goes on cooldown. And the quest I was just doing, the champions quests, are to get points to actually level these up. Hopefully that answers every question on the potential topic. And currently I'm leveling up my attack one to get my attack stat up faster. Yeah. Gotta remember that some of these things are probably foreign to a lot of people. So cool, this is how the skill looks. And coincidentally, that is the swordsman skill. So the first skill. Cool. Damn, it really would be better to get a bunch of questions at once, like right now when I'm actually deciding to stop and answer them. Figuring the stream stuff out is going to be interesting. Oh man, I got an illustration card. That's a good segue into illustrations. Let's see. Request that again. All right. Boom, illustrations. So I just got this illustration card from fighting that boss in the Illusion Mist Swamp. And I use it. It's not on my account in the illustration book. And if you look up here, I'm at 867 out of 1077. So when I scroll down here, all the ones that are highlighted or at least not faded out are cards that I have. And I can't find the one I just used. Maybe that's not considered a boss. Iris's Nightmare. Am I tripping? Maybe it's not considered a boss. But it would be at the 235 level. Yo, I'm really tweaking. Maybe the boss's level is higher. Let's see. There you go. Boom. So it's not a boss. Oh, it's a mini boss. The mini boss. Cool. So I guess mini bosses don't go into the actual boss section. So that's good to know as well. Iris's Nightmare. I just got it today. I got 3 dual crit and then 3 basic stats, which seems like a little bit in here, but in the grand scheme of things, I probably got like 5 crit or 6 crit because of my percent crit passive stats I have. And then I got like 10 basic stats or something. Maybe even like 15. But yeah, that scales heavy in the late game. And then that's just one card, by the way, so those numbers aren't crazy. But when you collect 800 cards, you get a bunch of stats. And these stats, once again, apply to my entire account, so yeah. Alright. I'm tired. It's like 1:30. This was a good stream. I enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, if you watched. And I'm out.